Hey everyone, welcome to Stephanie Reacts to Game of Thrones. Today I'll be doing Game of Thrones Season 1, Episode 3, Lord Snow. Let's get on with it then.
Grand Meister Pycelle has called a meeting of the small council. The honour of your presence is requested.
Get the girls settled in. I'll be back in time for supper. Jory, you go with them.
Yes, my lord. If you'd like to change into something more appropriate.
Thank the gods you're here, Stark. About time we had some stern northern leadership.
Glad to see you're protecting the throne.
Steady old thing. How many king's asses have polished it, I wonder? What's the line? The king shits and the hand wipes.
Oh,
Some armor.
he's only saying it because he's a right hand man.
People have been swinging at me for years, but they always seem to miss.
Choosing your opponents wisely then.
I have a knack for it. Must be strange for you, coming into this room. I'm standing right here when it happened. It was very brave of you, but my father too. He didn't deserve to die like that.
Oh, taught his family.
You just stood there and watched.
500 men just stood there and watched. They're the great knights of the Seven Kingdoms. You think anyone said a word, lifted a finger? No one stood. 500 men, and this room is silent as a crypt. Except for the screams, of course. The Mad King laughing, and Nathan. When I watched the Mad King die, I remember him laughing as your father burned.
Punch him.
It felt like justice.
Is that what you tell yourself at night? You're a servant of justice. That you were avenging my father when you shoved your sword in Aerys Targaryen's back.
Tell me, if I stabbed the Mad King in the belly instead of the back, would you admire me more?
You served him well. And served him safe.
Lord Stark.
Lord Varys.
I was grievously sorry to hear of your troubles on the King's Road. We are all praying for Prince Joffrey's full recovery.
Shame you didn't
I
say
know,
that.
got on nothing.
Renly. You looking well?
And you look tired from the road. I told them this meeting could wait another day,
But we have a kingdom to look after. I've hoped to meet you for some time, Lord Stark. No doubt Lady Catelyn has mentioned me.
She has, Lord Baelish. I understand you knew my brother Brandon as well.
All too well. I still carry a token of his esteem. From navel to collarbone.
Perhaps you chose the wrong man to duel with.
But it wasn't a man that I chose, my lord. It was Catelyn Tully. A woman worth fighting for. I'm sure you'll agree.
I humbly beg your pardon, my Lord Stark.
Grand Maester.
How many years has it been?
Forgive me, my lord son. I had a long ride.
You are the King's hand, Lord Stark. We serve at your pleasure.
Ow, please, it's nearly healed.
Fang marks.
It's ugly.
A king should have scars. You fought of the direwolf.
Thousands of years ago, there came a night that lasted a generation. Kings froze to death in their castles, same as the shepherds in their huts. and women smothered their babies rather than see them starve, and wept and felt the tears freeze on their cheeks. So is this the sort of story that you like? In that darkness, the White Walkers came for the first time. They swept through cities and kingdoms, riding their dead horses, hunting with their packs of pale spiders, big as hounds.
Ooh. What are you telling him now?
Only what the little lord wants to hear.
Get your supper, I want some time with him.
White Walkers. I think that's the zombie people we've seen in the first episode.
One time she told me the sky is blue because we live inside the eye of a blue-eyed giant named Macumba.
Maybe we do.
How do you feel? You still don't remember anything? Ran. I've seen you climb 1,000 times. In the wind, in the rain. 1,000 times. You never fall.
I did, though. It's true, isn't it? What Maester Lewin says about my leg.
Broken. Or maybe paralysed.
I'd rather be dead.
Don't ever say that.
I'd rather be dead.
Fewer eyes back here, my lady. Still too many.
It's 9 years since I set foot in the capital, and no one knew who I was the last time I came either.
My lady.
Welcome to King's Landing, Lady Stark. Would you mind following us?
I would. We've done nothing wrong.
We've been instructed to escort you into the city.
Instructed? I don't know who's providing your instructions, but...
Follow me, Lady Stark.
Cats. Go on. Upstairs.
You little worm! You take me for some back alley Sally you can drag into a...
I meant no disrespect. To you. Of all people.
How dare you bring me here? Have you lost your mind?
No one will come looking for you here, isn't that what you wanted? I'm truly sorry about the locale.
How did you know I was coming to King's Landing?
A dear friend told me.
Lady Stark.
Lord Varys.
To see you again after so many years is a blessing. Your poor hands.
How did you know I was coming?
Knowledge
Close,
is my
Mary.
trade, my lady. Did you bring the dagger with you by any chance?
Aye,
My
close.
little birds are everywhere. Even in the north, they whisper to me the strangest stories. Valerian steel.
Do you know whose dagger this is?
I must admit I do not.
Well, well, this is an historic day. Something you don't know that I do. There's only one dagger like this in all of the Seven Kingdoms. It's mine.
Yours?
At least it was, until the tournament on Prince Joffrey's last name day. I bet on Sir Jaime in the jousting, as any sane man would, when the Knight of the Flowers unseated him. I lost this dagger.
To whom?
Tyrion Lannister. The imp.
So it's him. Tried to kill the boy.
If that were a real sword, you'd be dead. Lord Snow here grew up in the castle, spitting down on the likes of you.
Pip, do you think Ned Stark's bastard bleeds like the rest of us? Next!
Since I got in a lot or something, haven't versus them all.
Next! Well, Lord Snow, it appears you're the least useless person here. Go clean yourselves up. There's only so much I can stomach in a day.
Charming man.
I don't need him to be charming. I need him to turn this bunch of thieves and runaways into men of the Night's Watch.
And how's that going, Commander Mormont?
Slowly. A raven came for Ned Stark's son.
Good news or bad?
Both.
Lord Stark, I meant to give you this earlier. So forgetful these days. A raven from Winterfell this morning.
Good news? Perhaps you'd like to share it with your wife.
My wife is in Winterfell.
Is she?
I thought that she'd be safest in Mere. One of several such establishments I own.
You're a funny man. Huh? A very funny man.
Ned!
Starks. Quick tempers, slow minds.
Broke my nose, bastard.
It's an improvement.
Oh, takes 3. Take him.
Throw you over the wall. I wonder how long it'd take you to hit.
I wonder if they'd find you before the wars did.
What you looking at, Halfman?
I'm looking at you. Yes. You've got an interesting face. Very distinctive faces. All of you.
And what do you care about our faces?
It's just... I think they would look marvellous decorating spikes in King's Landing. Perhaps I'll write to my sister, the Queen, about it.
We'll talk later, lads.
Nobody knew what this place was. No one told me. No one but you. My father knew. And he left me to rot at the wall all the same.
Gren's father left him too. Outside a farmhouse when he was 3. Pip was caught stealing a wheel of cheese his little sister hadn't eaten in 3 days. He was given a choice, his right hand or the wall. I've been asking the Lord Commander about them. Fascinating stories.
They hate me because I'm better than they are.
It's a lucky thing none of them were trained by master-at-arms like your Sir Roland. I don't imagine any of them have ever held a real sword before they came here. Oh. Your brother Bran. He's woken up.
The mere suggestion that the Queen's brother tried to kill your boy would be considered treason.
We have proof. We have the blade.
Which Lord Tyrion will say was stolen from him. The only man who could say otherwise has no throat, thanks to your boy's wolf.
Peter has promised to help us find the truth. He's like a little brother to me, Ned. He would never betray my trust.
I'll try to keep you alive, for her sake. A fool's task, admittedly, but I've never been able to refuse your wife anything.
I won't forget this. You're a true friend.
Don't tell anyone. I have a reputation to maintain.
How could you be so stupid?
Calm down.
He's a child. 10 years old. What were you thinking?
I was thinking of us. You're a bit late to start complaining about it now. What has the boy told them?
Nothing. He said nothing. He remembers nothing.
Then what are you raving about?
If it comes back to him. He tells his father what he saw.
We'll say he was lying. We'll say he was dreaming. We'll say whatever we like. I think we can outfox a 10-year-old.
And my husband.
I'll go to war with him if I have to. They can write a ballad about us. The war for Cersei's cunt.
Let me go.
Boy, won't talk. And if he does, I'll kill him. Him, Ned Stark, the king, the whole bloodline of them until you and I are the only people left in this world.
In this world, you got 6 billion people to kill them.
I wish I could see the girls.
It's too dangerous.
Just for a moment.
Until we know who our enemies are.
I know they did it, Ned. The Lannisters in my bones. I know it.
Littlefinger's right. I can't do anything without proof.
And if you find the proof?
Then I bring it to Robert. And hope he's still the man I once knew. You watch yourself on the road, huh? That temper of yours is a dangerous thing.
My temper? Gods be good. You nearly killed for a little finger yesterday.
He still loves you.
Does he?
Ah.
Off with you.
It's been a long time. I still remember every face. You remember your first?
Of course.
First kill, I'm guessing.
It's Hiroshi. Never learned the name. How do you do it? Lance through the heart.
Aye.
Quick one. Lucky for you. Mine was some Tarly boy at the Battle of Summerhall. My horse took an arrow, so I was on foot slogging through the mud. He came running at me, this dumb, high-born lad, thinking he could end the rebellion with a single swing of his sword. I knocked him down. The gods, I was strong then. Caved in his breastplate. Probably shattered every rib he had. Stood over him, hammer in the air. Right before I brought it down, he shouted, "Wait! Wait!" They never tell you how they all shit themselves. They don't put that part in the songs. Stupid boy. Now the Tarleys bend the knee like everyone else. He could have lingered on the edge of the battle with the smart boys, and today his wife would be making him miserable. his sons would be ingrates, and he'd be waking 3 times in the night to piss into a bowl of wine.
Lancel.
Gods, what a stupid name. Lancel Lannister. Who named you? Some half-wit with a stutter. What are you doing?
It's empty, Your Grace.
What do you mean it's empty?
There's no more wine.
Is that what empty means? So get more.
Probably try to poison him, maybe.
Tell your cousin to get in here. Kingslayer! Get in here. Surrounded by Lannisters. Every time I close my eyes, I see their blonde hair and their smug, satisfied faces. Must wound your pride, standing out there like a glorified sentry. Jaime Lannister, son of the mighty Tywin. Forced to mind the door while your king eats and drinks and shits and fucks. So come on, we're telling war stories. Who was your first kill, not counting old men?
One of the outlaws and a brother. I was there that day. You were only a squire, 16 years old.
You killed Simon Toyle, but the counter repulsed. Best move I ever saw.
Good fighter, Toyle. But he lacked stamina.
You're outlaw. Any last words?
I cut his head off, so now.
What about Aerys Targaryen? What did the Mad King say when you stabbed him in the back? Never asked. Did he call you a traitor? Did he plead for a reprieve?
He said the same thing he'd been saying for hours. Burn them all. That's all.
That's what it means. Build them all.
Did the Dothraki buy their slaves?
The Dothraki don't believe in money. Most of their slaves were given to them as gifts.
From whom?
If you rule a city and you see the horde approaching, you have 2 choices. Pay tribute or fight. An easy choice for most. Of course, sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes a Khal feels insulted by the number of slaves he's given. He might think the men too weak or the women too ugly. Sometimes a Khal decides his riders haven't had a good fight in months and need to practice.
Sluts. Do you hear me?
Rakaro asked if you want him dead, Khaleesi.
No!
Rakaro say you should take ear to teach respect.
Please, please don't hurt him. Tell him I don't want my brother harmed.
Khaleesi vosalo memenem asisa.
Ah, Vega.
What? Kill these Dothraki dogs! I am your king!
Shall we return to the Khalasar, Khaleesi?
You walk
Aha.
And tired old men. There are less than 1,000 of us now. We can't man the other castles on the wall. We can't properly patrol the wilderness. We've barely enough resources to keep our lads armed and fed.
Your sister sits by the side of the king. Tell her we need help.
When winter does come, gods help us all if we're not ready.
Merak.
Küfür säga Nessa.
Anna. Sekenesa.
I'm sorry to see you leave, Lannister.
It's either me or this cold, and it doesn't appear to be going anywhere.
Will you stop at Winterfell on your way south?
I expect I will. Gods know there aren't many feather beds between here and King's Landing.
If you see my brother Bran, tell him I miss him. Tell him I'd visit if I could.
Of course.
Never walk again.
If you're going to be a cripple, it's better to be a rich cripple. Take care, Snow.
Farewell, my lord.
You are late, boy. Tomorrow you will be here at midday.
Who are you?
Your dancing master, Sirio Forel. Tomorrow you will catch it. Now pick it up. That is not the way, boy. It is not a great sword that is needing two hands to swing it.
It's too heavy.
It is heavy as it needs to be to make you strong. Just so. One hand is all that is needed. Now you are standing all wrong. Turn your body side face. Yes. So. You are skinny. That is good. The target is small. Now the grip, let me see. Yeah. The grip must be delicate.
What if I drop it?
The steel must be part of your arm. Can you drop part of your arm? No. 9 years, Sirio Farrell was first sold to the Sea Lord of Brabants. He knows these things. You must listen to me, boy.
I'm a girl.
Boy, girl. You are a sword. That is all. That is the grip. You are not holding a battle axe. You are holding...
a needle.
Just so. Now we will begin the dance. Remember, child, this is not the dance of the Westeros we are learning. The Night's dance. Hacking and hammering. This is the Bravos dance. The water dance. It is suitable. I'm sorry. All men are made of water. Do you know this? If you pierce them, the water leaks out, and they die. Now you will try to strike.
Chociaż się pobywał. Oh, nice. Nice one hand she caught.
Dead? Oh. Dead. Very dead.
He's getting angry, I think. Hope you all enjoyed this reaction, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week for Cripples, Bastard and the Broken Things. Until then, bye!